right, you guys. Those of you who are left, give me your last bit of attention because I am wrapping it up. Are you cheering because of that? All right. Hey, I am Idaho State Representative Barbara Ehardt, a Division I women's basketball player and a 15-year Division I women's basketball coach. That is what set the impetus for coming up with this legislation in 2018 when I sat and watched our Connecticut gals have their opportunities stolen by boys. Boys who'd been on the boys team, there was no confusion about who they were and where they'd been and what they were trying to do and the opportunities they were taking and the trophies and the wins. No confusion. I remember walking around my home thinking, somebody needs to do something about this. Why doesn't somebody help? And it came very clearly. Barbara, you're a state representative. You're a former women's basketball coach. You're a collegiate athlete. You need to do something about it. And so with two years in preparation, we are finally able to bring this legislation, ultimately with the help of Alliance Defending Freedom, to whom I am so grateful. So grateful, ADF. You are an amazing organization. But I just wanted to leave with you a couple things to think about. First, do we have any athletes left out there? You didn't get to come up, but do we have any female athletes? We've got one right there. I love it. How old are you? 5, a 5-year-old. One of the reasons we're doing it so our 5-year-olds don't have their opportunities taken away by a boy. If you guys were with me and at some of my testimony, you would have heard a story that went like this. And I wish I could have shared this with the justices. I wish they could have heard me say this. If you're willing to allow just one biological male on that women's basketball team, that women's high school team, just one biological male, then you have to systematically be willing to allow that 12 biological males try out for that women's basketball team. Then you have to let them on the team. And my question always to the state legislative bodies was, where do all the women go? Where do all the girls go? That's what we're looking. It's not about one, but let's say it is about one. Let's say it is about one. People are thinking about it so myopically because that one displaces a person, the gal who might have been the high scorer on the team, might have been the most rebounding, might have been put up against, the best defender. That one displaces not just the worst player on the team, that boy displaces everybody. And if you know anything about college basketball, the thing I did for 15 years, college basketball is repeat and repeat. Let me tell you, if June Eastwood, who ran for University of Montana, and Leah Thomas, who swam for Penn, if they had done that their freshman year, I promise you that every coach in the Big West and every coach in the Ivy League would have been forced to go out and get someone against whom they could compete. They would have gone to recruit a boy. And the reason they would have had to is because the other side over there likes to tell you it's about humanity and inclusion and compassion. It's not about humanity, inclusion, compassion at all. Maybe those are subsets. When it comes to sports, it is about winning. If it wasn't about winning, then coaches wouldn't be fired and players wouldn't be cut. It's amazing how quickly logic dissipates from the other side when all they want to do is have a boy take the spot of win. What happened to that? So with that, guys, thank you for coming out today. This has been a full circle for me. I was on these steps in 2019 announcing that I was bringing this legislation right here on these steps. 6 years later, we're back, and the Supreme Court, I am confident, is going to rule, set the record straight, restore Title IX as it should be, and hopefully give our sports back, because Title IX changed my life. And it's going to change your life if people like us stand up and do what we need to do for all the young girls and all the young women out there. And I got to say one other thing. I know that Maddie and MK aren't here. They were the two courageous gals that joined in as interjoiners with ADF to join in the fight. It took courage because they were a bit shunned at Idaho State, and it was unfortunate because everybody was so scared to say something. So even though Maddie and MK can't hear this, I was so grateful to have you join on to this legislation and join in the fight. Kudos to Raul Labrador. Kudos to our Governor, Brad Little, for having the courage when everybody pressured him not to sign this legislation, to sign the legislation. Because of that, we are here today in front of the Supreme Court. Thank you so much. So appreciated. Okay, let's do this. Okay, hey, wait, and I need a quick picture. Okay, and I need to turn that. Yeah, and we'll do